Zavamon said scene switch blue ELAVOX cloud 977 80 milliseconds. Stream is online. can't believe you're able to ride in this heat.
It's as long as you keep moving. As long as you're moving. It's actually really windy over here. I was standing outside in the parking lot though, but there was no wind and it was hot. How's the new bike working? Or is it too hot to be out taking it for rides?
Said, yeah, I've only ridden it once at 8 p.m. when I was going home. It's like 4 feet here.
That's hotter there. My bike computer is saying 28 right now, but I think it was in an air-conditioned room, so it's slowly rising. It said 26 when I first got outside. Yeah, now it's 29. It's hot, but I gotta get a little bit of ride in because I'm taking tomorrow off before Saturday's ride. So I didn't want to go too many days without riding. Keep the legs a little looser. Oh, enchiladas. Delicious. Make sure the cheese doesn't melt on the ride home. 30 now. Feels more like 34. How are you doing, Matt? Superview makes me sick when I watch Superview. Oh, I know where the setting is. I choose just not to use it. Actually, right now, it's not even in wide. It's like linear plus.
I look up, but I cannot do the Wi-Fi. So what it's been like watching people eat every meal in the future.
Yeah. Oh, vegetables. Let's see how far, if they've gotten any farther with this bike lane. It'd be awesome once they finish it, to be able to ride to the end of the road and back. Sidewalk closed. Oh, I guess this is end of the line. If it's closed, that could mean they're actually finishing it. Hasn't gone over 30, so probably correct. Oh, 31. Temp is moving on up.
Victor said relaxing commute with Deb.
Yeah, how's it going, Citrus? I ordered a new mount that I'm hoping gets rid of. That's stiffer than this current mount. 32 degrees is getting up there. Getting my last minute base riding in before Saturday. Not that at this point it'll make it.
Victor said, oh damn, that is pretty hot for you. Camera looks pretty good.
Yeah, actually the GoPro stabilization is freaking amazing. But when I look down and actually look at the camera, it is jiggling.
Hey, Deb, I called.
Hey, the camera is like jiggling non-stop. So it's pretty impressive. Actually, the main problem with the gooseneck is every time I hit a bump or go over a curb, it moves. Which, I mean, that's what the GoPro gooseneck thing is supposed to do. It's supposed to be able to move it, like I can but to constantly having to straighten it during the ride is a pain. I ordered a couple RAM mounts, which look super sturdy. So we will see, because I definitely like having the camera on the bike, not in a backpack or a chest mount. Especially on a day like today, I don't want to wear a backpack and a chest strap.
Victor said, what were those people celebrating protesting?
Those people, I don't really know. I think they're part of the Freedom Convoy that happened a few months back. I don't know, they're there every day waving white flags or Canada flags. I just pretend that they're.
Said, oh Lord, crazy Republicans.
Yeah, I pretend that they're not protesting. They just really love Canada, and they're just waving the flags because they're like really enjoy living here. Yeah, the Freedom Convoy that happened, they kind of stole the national flag and turned it more into a protest symbol than like a patriotic symbol. I also just think those people really like listening to cars honking. I think that's what they're doing. I think they have a clipboard and they're writing down how many cars honk. They're doing a study. If you wave a Canadian flag, how many cars will honk at you? And that's like they're funded by the government. Oh, it's like stealth hot. Doesn't feel as hot as it is, but I'm sweaty. Like barely pedaling. It's like easy pace. I think I was going into the wind.
Fezwheel said ding ding.
Hey Fez.
Victor said high humidity today.
I don't know, what does it say here? Let's see what this has to say.
Said weather for Nanaimo.
49.
Clouds with a temperature of 28.7 C, 83.7 F. Wind is blowing from the north at 12.96 kilometers per hour, 8.05 miles per hour, and the humidity is 49%. Weather for Nanaimo, CA, Q clouds with a temperature of 28.7.
Why did that come out
Winds
twice?
blowing from the north at
That's super
12.96
weird.
kilometers per hour, 8.05 miles per hour, and the humidity is 49%.
I think when I was riding the other way though, the wind was in my face and it was cooling me off. Now I got a tailwind. It feels way hotter. That's super strange that
That means that your cars are driving on the wrong side of the road.
they are. Oh, actually, I should be on this side then of the bike path. Are they though? Are they right? I feel like more people drive on the right side than on the left side. That's why they call it the right side.
Snack set for me wrong side 280.
Oh, everyone
Yes.
everyone drives on the left side in chat.
Keep snack set off me. Desmond said yes. Keep snack set Desmond saying.
Oh, the Australians are taking over. How's the winter going on down there?
Victor said traffic looks right to me. Desmond said blue. Keep snack said Dee Dee. Desmond said not much winter left.
Yeah, it's almost rainy season here. A few more months.
Keep snack said it's slowly getting warmer, yeah, but still chilly in some areas.
So what's considered chilly? What's chilly in Australia?
Keep snack set for me, 15 to 20 feet.
Yeah, that's. I would say that's like normal. Here, chilly would be like under 10. Like it's 31 right now, and that's considered hot AF. Everyone's like, oh my gosh, have you gone outside yet? It's 31 degrees. It's so hot. It was 2 weeks ago, it was high 30s. That was death. Yeah, I'm like sweating like freaking crazy. Actually, it's worse. It's now that I'm stopped at this traffic light, it's freaking hot. Moving, it's not bad. Get across before sirens catch us. It's nice though, because as the temperature goes up here, the humidity goes down. Last week, it was, 26, 27 degrees, but it was 84% humidity. So it made it feel like it was 40 degrees. Trying to breathe and you can chew on the air.
Siren's almost the same as ours.
I think everyone in the Commonwealth gets their sirens from the same factory.
I'm on the island too.
Oh, are you? Nice. Oh, it's a beautiful day on the island.
Snacks that trying to work out how I found your stream still. Not a bad thing you need. Cool. RTO said no doctors be it's a sport.
Yeah, well, it's funny, Hitch doesn't really even ride on the island. He's from the island. We'll actually be in Victoria Saturday morning for the Tour de Victoria, which I'm going to be streaming.
Said, yeah, true.
I don't know how much cell reception I'm going to get, or I should get good cell reception for most of the course. I don't know, maybe Munns Road might be bad, but we'll see. It's tough on the island though.
The one month said Munns Run.
Yeah. Well, actually, last time I did the Tour de Victoria, they were like repaving Munns. Yeah, I have Bella Box. Yeah, they were paving, or it was Munns was mostly gravel last time I did the Tour de Vic, and it was like sketchy. Yeah, that's a good idea. Problem here is the cell reception is so spotty-assed. Like, I get awesome reception riding along this bike path, and then I'll go one block over to the right, and then it'll be like low bit rate. I'm like, I've gone a block. I can see the cell tower. How am I getting low bit rate a block from it? So there's so many more places I'd like to ride and explore.
RTO said I'm not much of a hiker, but I do hike a lot. Was thinking of hiking the old E and N rail line from Ferdinand down to Vic.
Oh, I can't wait till they actually get rid of the train tracks and turn into a multi-use path all the way from Courtenay to Victoria.
That has CA data plans got better over the time.
They're less expensive than they were, but they're okay.
Said, yeah, that would be incredible.
I think the problem in Canada is very, very large and spread out. So it's hard to get kick-ass coverage all over the place.
Said full time.
Oh, the plans to revive? Well, I think
said the one month they've been saying that for years. I highly doubt it will ever happen.
I guess the Supreme Court of Canada, They pretty much gave
I agree.
the Island Corridor Foundation 18 months to come up with plans and funding to actually start doing something with the tracks. Like, it's never going to happen. Never, ever, ever going to happen. Well, they came out, so they said the train is going to take 4 hours to go from Courtenay to Victoria. That's the actual just train ride. But you got to drive to the train, or take a cab or a bus to the train.
Plus, there's no market for it to make it sustainable.
So it's like going to be a 6-hour trip minimum from Courtenay to Victoria. So what are you going to do? Like, leave at 5 in the morning? There's someone yelling there. The problem is, I think, is with the land use rights. So back in like the early 1900s or whenever they built the rail line, they signed treaties with the First Nations for use of the land for the train tracks. And the treaty specifically says train tracks. So the concern is that the moment the train track is gone, they lose all rights to the land. But I would say if you're going to make a sustainable trail, if you're going to make a trail, you could approach all the First Nations, all the tribes, and say, hey, this is going to be awesome for tourism for your area. You can set up like Airbnbs or bed and breakfasts all along the path. If we can have, 10 feet of land cutting through your area, you would probably get everyone on board with that for just the amount of tourist dollars it would bring in. But that is the Island Corridors Foundation main argument, is if we don't build a train, the land gets returned.
Archeolo said, man, that would be fantastic.
The problem is people have this dream of what the train, or what they think the train would be. They don't realize the reality of what the train will actually be, and it'll be a super slow-assed train that's going like 40k an hour. Everyone thinks, oh, if you revitalize the train, it's going to be some like bullet train, and you're going to get to Victoria in 45. No, it's not. It's totally not.
The one mom said, what a great step for reconciliation to return the land.
Well, that would be it. I'm sure you can return the land and say, hey, can we still use this for a bike path? It's one of those stupid things where they had the train. They had the train. They had passenger trains, and no one took them. So what's going to change? There is no way that I would take the train if it's going to take me longer than driving. And what do I do with my car when I take the train? If we're parking at the train lot?
Pete Snack said, I have seen lots of old train rail tracks converted to bike tracks.
Oh yeah.
Great idea.
Well, this train actually, and I'm somewhat being selfish for, because the train track goes about 500 meters from my house, and it's about 200 meters from my work. So if they did convert it to multi-use path.
Archeolo said, while they are at it, they should do that to the abandoned line heading towards Port Alberni.
Yeah, that one too. So if they did convert it to a path, I could pretty much ride a rail grade all the way to work. It would be amazing. I would so do island bike tracks. Have like shops and bed and breakfasts set up along the way. Ride, spend the night, get up in the morning, do some more riding.
Godovan said, said alrighty, you inspired me to go to the store so I bought some extra cheese and enchilada sauce.
Yeah, you bought extra
Max
cheese.
said I just wish my area had bike paths even like this.
Oh, this bike path is pretty awesome. We're talking about extending it for 10K. Oh. So I'd have a choice, railway grade or oceanfront bike path to work. You get spoiled because you don't really realize.
Kododen said it's nice riding right next to the water.
Yeah, it's cool. It's way cooler. Like, it still says 32 degrees on my head unit, but the wind off the water is nice.
RTOO said tough life.
Super tough. Beats driving though. I quite enjoy the commutes home. I get road rage driving my car. This is a nice way to scared the crap out. It's a nice way to decompress after a work day.
Big Snack said this looks great, Kododen.
Sorry.
Hey, no problem. Thank you. Well, Saturday I'll be in Victoria, and Victoria is gotta be bike lane capital of the world. Well, I shouldn't say world, of Canada.
RTOO said, did you grow up on the island Zavarai?
I grew up in a town called Powell River, which you probably know if you're from the island. And I moved to Nanaimo in 2013. No, 2003.
The one room said the Riviera.
Riviera. See that? That's how you get your kid around on your electric scooter. Just tell the kid to hold on tight.
Kododen said I had lacrosse games in Powell River during tournaments. I've never been over there, but have been interested in doing the Sunshine Coast Trail.
Oh yes. It was kind of funny, is it's like one of those places where you couldn't wait to leave, and everyone your age wants to get the hell out after you graduate, and then you leave and you go, man, that place was kick-ass. There's like so much outdoor stuff to do in such a close proximity. Like the distance I'm commuting right now.
That I have a friend going up to the Yukon for 1.5 weeks on a bike trip long.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
RTOO said that's what I felt about the Comox Valley. Moved away and spent 20 years on the mainland. Recently moved back and can't believe they were left.
Yeah, like it was like insane. Like Powell River, you're.
It said dude Comox was tiny as hell though LMAO. The one merm said yeah, I was only planning on being here for 6 months. 24 years later I don't want to leave.
Yeah, like you could have a boat. You could be fishing in the ocean. 20 minutes later, you could be fishing in the lake. You're within an hour drive of, you know, a dozen freshwater lakes, tons of camping, tons of mountain biking. No one's on the trails because the population is so small. I'm actually embarrassed that I used to drive to work when I lived there. Like, I was literally like 4 kilometers from work. and I drove. My commute now is like around 12 and a half kilometers. And a 12 and a half kilometer commute in Powell River, I could have lived out in what was considered the boonies. Oh my gosh, you live way out there? That's so far. No, it's not. It's 10K.
Said that's a PR thing.
Totally is a PR thing.
Yolo said, do you bike throughout the winter now also?
Not last winter. I do have the gear, and I do try to ride as much as possible in the winter. This winter was probably the least amount of riding I've ever done, and I wussed out. But I mean, I have like, I would ride down to 0 degrees. Like I got thermal bibs, gloves, full balaclava. Oh, it is hot.
Archeolo said this last winter was weird, at least North Island.
Oh, this whole 2022 is super weird. Freaking rained for 6 months. Like this is, now that it's hot, this is like, we're 2 months behind schedule. Our bike club started up our races in April. And I had full intention of racing all of the crits and the TTs, and I would say at least 70% of them were rained out. Usually you get 1 or 2 rained out, not all of them.
Meat Snack said, funny you say that, Aussie summer from the area was just cooler and wet. Did not even get a 40 to 40, 60 day.
Well, yeah, like it rains a lot here in the winter. We don't get really cold, it just rains. Like it snows maybe 2 or 3 times, and usually the snow is gone by the next day. But it just rained and rained and rained.
Said that's not a temp. It's a baking instruction. Archeolo said lol.
Oh, the Gabriola Ferry is backed up.
The one Murph said it was really wet.
Well, and then it was weird too because it'd be sunny for an hour and then rain, then sunny for 20 minutes and then rain. Like you couldn't plan on anything. Or I shouldn't say you couldn't. I wouldn't plan on anything.
Canada needs to invest money and just make a bridge system from mainland to Vancouver and the smaller islands. Such a shit system, lol.
Oh, you know what? As much as I would love a bridge, at the same time I wouldn't love a bridge. The horrible ferry system keeps everyone off the island.
The one Murph said Sawasin to Duke Point had a 4 sailing wait this morning.
Oh. Well, and then now too, they have like half the employees they're canceling ferries because employees are sick and not showing up. So even if you have a reservation, there's a chance that the sailing might be canceled. Well, you talked about in the past building a bridge to Gabriola Island and then moving the ferry terminal to the other side of Gabriola. apparently would not.
Soderman said it's legit a full day commitment sometimes to go to Vancouver Island, and it's like 8 kilometers.
Yeah, oh, it totally is. Well, that's Powell River. Powell River was like 5 hours of driving and ferry to get to Vancouver. I remember doing day trips, leaving at 4:30 in the morning, getting home at midnight, just to do some shopping at Metrotown.
The one Merm said 130 kilometers total distance driving.
Yeah, 5 hours.
Soderman said, the shortest possible distance across the Strait of Georgia is 19.1 kilometers. Quote.
Yeah, that's not very far. I'm almost at 19.1. Maybe I should get one of those like pontoon bikes I could ride across.
Soderman said, I honestly think they'll never make a bridge because the ferries are cut off.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because you know, you're not only paying for the ferries to get your vehicle on, you know you're going to eat when you get on the ferries. You can't go on a ferry ride and not get like a triple O burger. Or drink a $4 coffee. I think BC Ferries could make money if they just turned it into
Crappy $4 coffee.
yeah, crap. If they could make money if they just turned it to like an extension of the highway and stopped doing TV ads and selling vacation packages. Like, no man, no one has an option. You don't need to advertise. You don't need to advertise that you need to take the BC Ferries. Like, how much money or millions of dollars a year do they spend in marketing? How many staff do they have? Like put ads on US television saying come take the BC Ferries to get to Vancouver Island. It's like, no, you have to. Like, it's not, you don't have a choice. Oh man, we need to go to Victoria.
The one Merm said, thank you for sailing with NC Ferries.
Yeah, like how are we gonna get there? Like how are we gonna get to Nanaimo? I don't know, let's it's too hot to just be standing here.
Keep next at Yan, it's baking weather.
As long as you're on the move, it's not bad. Gotta keep the airflow going. A little bit. 5:30. Rode a little bit extra.
Keep next at Olivia, Mississippi, as we get around.
Yeah. Super close. This Saturday is the Tour de Victoria, so at 140 kilometers to ride. That is it for the weekend, though. I took tomorrow off. Got tomorrow off so I can get down to Victoria at a decent time to check in. Yeah, I think the ride starts at 7 a.m. for the 140 distance, so it'll be an early morning. I should ride to Victoria for practice. I should leave Nanaimo super early in the morning and just make it one big ride. Do a 300-kilometer day. Actually, it'd be like 400K because I'd have to ride home after that. I don't think the ride to Victoria is very fun. It's like highway riding the whole time.
offset or 180 kilometers if you want to avoid the highway.
Oh, that's a lot of extra distance to avoid the highway. I could probably take my chances.
Free and offset, there's some road that goes west to Felician Lake and back around.
Yeah, it's like gravel road. Actually, well, no, the Lake to Cowichan, you can get there by gravel from here. No. So, funny thing, my wife is supposed to be riding the Tour de Victoria as well. She was signed up for the 60K distance. Well, she came down with a sinus ear infection, which led to severe vertigo. So she is down and out. She's on antibiotics to clear up the infection, but we had to cancel her. Yeah, we had to cancel her ride, so I'm solo, which makes it, I mean, I have some buddies that are in the ride, but it was more going to be like a weekend away with the wife. So now it's turned into like dude solo trip. So I'm probably going to leave here later in the day, as there's no rush to get down there. Well, how does it, ladies and gents? That was Thursday afternoon commute. Okay. Yeah, I should be streaming the ride, so I'll be online for probably like 6 hours on Saturday.
Mike for free and offset, are you gonna stream it or no?
Oh yeah, that's the plan, is to stream it. I'm sure there'll be sections with no cell signal, but for the majority of it, I should have good luck.
Mike for free and offset, cool.
Ah, awesome. Well, everyone have a